For the last 30 years, since the Green Revolution brought chemical agriculture to India, there are two problems that it has created for water systems. The first problem is the crops are actually highly inefficient in water use. They need lots of water to dissolve the chemicals, and that means 5 to 10 times more water is used to produce the same amount of food.
70% de la consommation mondiale est d'origine agricole, 20% d'origine industrielle, 10% les usagers domestiques. C'est les usages agricoles et industriels qui font qu'on a besoin de plus en plus d'eau pour faire pousser les choses qui ne devraient pas pousser à tel endroit. Et évidemment, pour faire pousser tout ça, il faut aussi des engrais, des produits phytosanitaires, de la chimie. Et évidemment, la chimie avec l'eau et dans les terres, ça ne fait pas bon ménage. Et aujourd'hui, y compris dans des analyses qui sont rendues non publiques, on s'aperçoit que par exemple l'eau de la Seine, mais on s'est rendu compte que dans les 5 dernières années, dans l'eau de Seine, les poissons avaient changé de sexe. Il n'y avait que des femelles, et puis il n'y a plus de mâles. Le problème, c'est qu'on n'a pas de solution, puisqu'on faut toujours boire de l'eau. Hein. Même si vous croyez en Dieu, malheureusement, la pollution, elle est diffuse. Hein.
We mustn't forget that these chemicals were designed for warfare. They are the ultimate weapons of mass destruction. Every one of them came out of the war system. Now they are in our drinking water.
Ça peut paraître exagéré, franchement, ça ne l'est pas. Et tout ça, c'est pas dans 50 ans, dans 100 ans, on est en pleine actualité.
Bottled water is used by millions of people around the world because they think it's safer than tap water. There is less than one person, according to the Food and Drug Administration, regulating the entire multi-billion-dollar bottled water industry in the United States. That means that that poor person does multiple things, and one of them is water. The Food and Drug Administration, if you ask them what's in any brand of bottled water, they'll say, we have no idea.
So stupid. Why would people pay such a premium for bottled water? To find out, we took over a very trendy California restaurant. We printed our own elegant water menus with phony imported waters, costing as much as $7 per bottle. Our water steward gives our first lucky couple our special water list.
I guess we'll get Le Doux Robinet.
The Le Doux Robinet?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay.
It's French for tap water.
Cheers. Okay. Yeah, it's clean.
It has a flavor to it.
How would you compare it to tap water?
Oh, yeah, definitely better than tap water.
What was the actual source of these chic waters? A garden hose on the restaurant patio.
3 out of 4 Americans drink bottled water, and 1 in 5 will only drink bottled water.
And water is something we already pay for.
Leading brands are basically tap water, often sold for more than the cost of gasoline.
So today we're here at Tufts University organizing our 42nd Tap Water Challenge.
I thought for sure that the Dasani water was tap water.
They're spending tens of millions of dollars every year to convince us that bottled water is better than tap water, when in fact it's much less regulated.
We tested over 1,000 bottles of water, over 100 brands that are sold in the United States, and we found that it is not necessarily any safer or better or purer than your city tap water. We found some of them had arsenic in them at high levels, some of them had organic chemicals in them, a variety of bacteria. So there were problems with about 1/3 of the brands that we sampled. Some of the water we saw that had pictures of mountains on it, it was city tap water. Glacier water came from groundwater in Florida. Some of them said that they were pure mountain. I mean, the list is very long. We found a case in Massachusetts where a guy had sunk a well in an industrial parking lot that was near a Superfund site. He was pumping water out of this well and selling it under multiple different brands. So people buying this stuff had no idea where it was coming from.
The World Bank has been the single biggest funder of big dams around the world since it was set up in the 1940s. One reason the World Bank really likes big dams is big dams are really expensive. The World Bank has to lend about $20 billion a year. If it can't do that, then it makes less profit. So what's the easiest way to boost up its lending is lend for these huge projects. In all the countries where it operates, the World Bank has legal immunity, so nobody can take the World Bank to court. So the World Bank finances a project which destroys your livelihood, your home, floods your land, ruins your life. You can't sue the World Bank for that.
The World Bank knows how to spend $1 billion in one place. They don't know how to spend $1,000 in 1 million places, to spend that same $1 billion at 1 million different villages. And yet in many places what we need is not $1 billion answer, it's a $1,000 answer.
Centuries ago, buildings would be built with tanks in the basement and water would fall on the roof and then be rooted down to the basement and stored there. And people are now realizing, yeah, that was an incredibly good idea. Why do we spend billions of dollars building some huge dam 100 miles away? Why don't we just trap the rainwater that actually falls on the house?